Hi, I'm Julian from Potential Park, and today I will tell you what makes a brutally successful career website that takes you beyond 90% of companies in the world. Who are we? Potential Park is a global market research firm from Stockholm, Sweden, and since 2002 we have done nothing else than understanding talent and helping employers improve their communication. Number one, great for whom? And this is really the foundation. If you have thought that you open this video and you get like 10 tips and number one is, oh, have you thought about the first impression of your career website? No, this is not one of those things. I want to start really where it already goes wrong for the 90% of the companies that are not in the top. And that is the mindset in the HR team and in the company. And if you do not change anything about that, you are already going in the wrong direction. And that must be, for whom is the career website built? And the principle needs to be candidate first in everything you do, and everyone who influences the career website needs to be on board with that. It needs to be outside in. That means you tell people what they need to know and you serve their needs and not what you want to tell them. It's a 180 degrees turn of how you approach the career website compared to the time when we had an employment market in most of the world and you could just tell people what you need. Now you need to know what they need. For that you need to understand candidates, and you will never know if you don't ask. So you need to have some connection with the target group where you ask them, understand them, and whatever you do, test with them. Otherwise you have no idea where you are and where you're going, and this is so fundamental that that's my number one. Number two, career websites are not an island. They are part of a funnel, and this funnel is a typical marketing funnel as you know it from e-commerce. And it starts with the awareness, typically on social media, that drives the traffic to the career website, job boards as well, where people have interest, they consider you, and then they apply. And the step after the career website should at some point be the jobs and applicant tracking system. And if you understand a career website as part of this funnel, you think in these terms that you see these hashtags on the right. Now, this video is not enough to go into all of these, but you need to know what they mean, and the people you work with need to know what they mean, especially what a candidate experience is, how to drive traffic with campaigns, and how to convert people, and how you can measure this with your analytics, so you can at all make a difference over time. This is essential. It's not rocket science, but everyone needs to be aware of this who is working on the career website. Sometimes the choice is between getting more candidates in on the top and losing fewer at the bottom, and it's often better to stop losing fewer on the way down, because and that's why the applicant tracking system is so crucial in how you embed it in the career website. You often have traffic, but you lose people, the right people, for the wrong reasons. So try to not just get more people to the site, but lose fewer people. And number three, you need to differentiate between an infrastructure and the content. The infrastructure is something you have in place, for example, when you relaunch a career website. And you need space, you need flexibility to work with it. You need a good system. You need also employee advocacy. That means people in your organization that help you, so you're not alone driving your career website further. But that's not the only thing. You also need a constant stream of content, new content. That means true insights into your organization. You need stories, not just facts. And stories, it's a marketing term. You can read a lot about what a good story is, but the most important thing is that it captures people's interest with something that's truly interesting. And you need videos. Today, without videos, you are not alive. And I can tell you that it's easier to make 100 videos than to make one video. Because it's much easier to do easy, simple, and a lot of videos rather than to wait for your Steven Spielberg moment. Number four, there are three typical misunderstandings that are at the heart of bad career websites. Number one is jobs first. Yes, jobs always need to be in reach from the career website. The job search piece, the job postings, they should always be easily accessible, but they are not the main reason why people apply to you. You need to have open jobs, but they cannot convey your entire employer branding message and they're often not capable of doing the heavy lifting of your employer brand coming to life. And therefore, jobs are not the first thing people should spend the most time with. We'll get to what it is instead in a moment. But this is a typical misunderstanding. The best career websites are not just places where you have jobs. No double content is the second misunderstanding that you often hear from corporate communications. Don't double our content. If people are interested in our mission, in our values, in our CSR or diversity statements, if they're interested in our people, our structure, our history, they can go to the corporate website. No, this is not how marketing works. People do not check the corporate site and the career website. They check the site that is for them. And when they are a candidate, they expect candidate-specific content that answers all of their questions in an interesting way for them in the career section. So it does not matter if there's some things that are also on the corporate side. Make the career website strong on its own. Avoid the library approach is misunderstanding number 3. That means people will not go around and just looking for information. You need to make it easily accessible at first sight, and rather make it interesting than make it too long. And that takes us to the 3 positive sides tips I want to give you. You need great content. You need something that makes people stay on the career website. We have seen that the longer candidates stay on a career website, the more likely they apply. Just repeat this in your head or write it down right now. The longer people spend on your career website, the more likely they will apply. And if they go right to the jobs or bounce away, there's something wrong. And the more likely they know what to apply to. The matching of the right candidates with the right jobs is often not through a tool. It is through great content that draws people in the right team, project, department, development opportunity, something that makes them go, wow, this is where I see myself, and then they know what job to apply to. Help them with this matching with great content. Campaigns. You do not just need traffic, you need campaigns, because people don't just come to your site and they don't just search around. Think of the library approach, that doesn't work. You need to drive them into the right parts of your website for the right target groups at the right time of year, so that they see your great content. And last but not least, transparency. For all of your processes, application processes, and everything where you could lose people, think of the funnel, have transparency at every step. Think of it as something that annoys you when you order something online and as a customer, or call a hotline, and anything that annoys you, it annoys candidates such in the same way. Transparency on your site during all the processes, rather over-inform and over-explain, and offer contact at any step. And that's so crucial. And if you do that, you already are very close to being better than 90% of the companies. And number 5, organic over big bang, or you might wait forever. Rather implement a career website and organically improve it. For that you need a certain amount of space, flexibility of the site, but if you wait for the big bang, you're doing it the wrong way. A new career website, a relaunched site can give you space, but you need to fill it over time, and always think of it, how can I improve it bit by bit over here? Rome wasn't built in a day. And then number 6, mind the bear. You know the story, when people are with their friends in the forest and the bear is running after them, they don't actually need to be faster than the bear. They unfortunately only need to be faster than their friend. And the good news about this is you don't need to be perfect. You don't have to do everything and worry too much about, are we on TikTok, and do we have great videos on every page? No, you just need to be better, because that's the nature of competition. It's not to be perfect, it's to be better. And for that, I recommend you to benchmark with companies in your industry and their career websites, with talent competitors that might not be in your industry, but look for the same talent that you do. And that can often actually be even talent everyone looks for, like digital talent, tech talent. And number 3, the best practices. Look at what the best ones are doing better, try to learn from them, try to be inspired, and try to, sometimes avoid reinventing the wheel. There are already great ideas out there for some things that you can learn from and arrive at some point. You need to know that you have a great career website at some point, because you know when it's better than the ones you compete with. Potentia Park does a study on this every year. That's called the Talent Communication Study. We look into what candidates need on career websites and also the other social media channels. We audit the channels of the top employers worldwide and in many countries, and we create a ranking out of it. And we have recommendations that are specifically for one company. It can be specifically for you. And this is important to understand why this is at all relevant for you. This study that we have been doing since 2002 is not a popularity contest. It doesn't measure the image. It measures only how well you communicate. So anyone can have a great communication, even if they're not that well known or not that big. It's not pay to play. It's actually free to be ranked. We only choose the companies that are the most interesting to compare with. And if you're not one of those that are ranked, you can still get an assessment for you, and it's not pay to play. But what it is, and three things it measures what you control. This study measures something you can change. It is independent, which is important because within your organization, something that comes from an independent research institute will have more weight than if you just say there's something you should do. And it's hands-on. It leads to real company-specific action. And this is where the goodie comes in. For free, you can get an assessment and some first tips and directions for a more competitive website customized to you for free, but time limited. If you send an email to me, julian@potentiapark.com, with a subject ranking, that's enough. Don't worry about any text. Just send it off and I'll get in touch. And you get this free goodie very soon. It's time limited, so do it now, do it this week. And yeah, I love talking about this. Could do it all day, but now it's already wrapping it up for this video. Have a great day and talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.